Sierra Leone is a nation rich in culture, tradition, resilience, and history. Yet despite decades of democracy, many citizens still feel disconnected from political power. Tribal divisions continue to shape elections. Political parties often choose candidates without the direct voice of the people. Communities struggle with accountability. So the question is this: can Sierra Leone build a democratic system rooted not only in imported political structures, but also in the traditions and realities of its own people? Since independence, Sierra Leone has practiced a democratic model heavily influenced by Western political systems. But many citizens believe the system has not fully aligned with local traditions and community structures. Politics has increasingly become tied to tribe, region, and party loyalty rather than development and accountability. In many constituencies, political candidates are selected mainly through internal party conventions dominated by elites and influential figures. This often leaves ordinary citizens with little influence over who eventually represents them. The result? Communities feel unheard. MPs become more accountable to party leadership than to the people. But what if Sierra Leone redesigned aspects of its democracy to reflect its own identity? A system where community participation becomes the center of politics. One proposal is constituency-based party primaries. Instead of party elites selecting candidates behind closed doors, every aspiring parliamentary candidate would first face the people directly within the constituency. Registered party supporters would vote to determine who becomes the official candidate. This could strengthen accountability and reduce imposed leadership. Another idea is to separate executive stability from parliamentary accountability. The president could serve a 6-year term for long-term national development planning, while members of parliament serve shorter 3-year terms, allowing communities to evaluate their performance more frequently. Such a system could increase responsiveness to local needs. For generations, Sierra Leone's traditional systems emphasized consultation, moral leadership, mediation, and communal responsibility. Traditional leaders often served not only as authorities, but as custodians of unity and social order. The proposal is not to replace constitutional democracy with traditional rule. Instead, it is to create a bridge between both systems. Traditional leaders, youth representatives, women's groups, and civil society organizations could play advisory roles in governance and local accountability. Public community forums could also become mandatory for political aspirants. Candidates seeking public office would face direct questioning from citizens before receiving political endorsements. In this way, leadership becomes earned through public trust, not only through party influence. One of Sierra Leone's greatest political challenges is the deep connection between tribe and political identity. Elections are too often viewed through regional and ethnic lenses rather than national development goals. But a reformed democratic system could shift political competition toward measurable progress. Candidates would present development plans for education, healthcare, agriculture, infrastructure, technology, and youth employment. Communities would then judge leaders based on performance, not ethnicity. Civic education would also become essential. Citizens must understand not only their voting rights, but also how governance works, how budgets are spent, and how leaders should be held accountable. Perhaps Sierra Leone does not need less democracy. Perhaps it needs a democracy designed around Sierra Leonean realities. A democracy that values participation over imposition, accountability over political loyalty, development over division, a system rooted in culture, community, and national unity. The future of Sierra Leone may depend not on copying political systems from elsewhere, but on building one that truly belongs to its people. The question is no longer whether change is possible. The question is, are we ready to imagine a uniquely Sierra Leonean democracy?